Hey guys, got a little project here. YouTuber contacted me, asked me if I could put a window in his Alienware, and here it is. This is the location of the window he wants. Probably going to do it with radiused corners because it's a lot easier for me than trying to make 4 odd shaped corners exactly the same. Just let my router perform the radius perfectly. That takes away human error. Just wanted to detail a few little things here. I always document my work. First thing I do when I open a package is I look for damage. Here's an existing scratch with some white marks on it. Here's an existing scratch. Okay, and now I've got the window laid out on the protected front panel section that I'm interested in working on first. And the trick to this is to use a carpenter square and a scrap of wood that's nice and straight, and then you can just square down and get your sides, and then you work on the back, which is obviously going to be perpendicular to the top, and you get across, and now you have a control zone of where you want to do your operation. Guys, I thought I'd show you how I make a window template. It's all about the same no matter what size. Safety is a primary concern, so do a lot of laying out and thinking first. That's one pair of cuts, and then there's another pair of cuts done in the same manner, and then you have a perfectly square, true opening for your router bearing to bear on, so that you get a clean cut. Okay, here I've got the finished deal. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta throw some sparks, man. And here you can see we've got the metal opening cut, and we'll dress it up a little bit and make sure it doesn't have any burrs or any sharp edges on it, but that's about it for that. Hey there. This is a template. It's been modified, beveled the back edge of it a little bit to accommodate the flare on the plastic panel, so it'll lay pretty flat. So I'll just have to use a few pieces of double stick tape, stick it right down, then I'll flip it over, and I'll route it so there's no chance of any abrasion from anything rubbing on it. It'll rub on this. And the router will just follow this and cut out a beautiful window. Now before I route something, so that the centerpiece doesn't get trapped by the router blade and cause damage or hurt me, I always remove the waste material around it. And the tool I'm using for this particular application is this. This is just a plastic panel. This cuts aluminum and other materials very well. The blade vibrates back and forth just a fraction of an inch and penetrates the material rapidly. Notice I have the panel protected on a piece of foam, and I already have my template stuck in place so that I know that I'm not going to create any damage to the surrounding area. Now where this tool is really coming in handy, and will come in handy, is in cleaning up the back with all these webs and these structural pieces to make this panel stick. I've got my waste piece removed, and I can do my routing. And then later I will clean up an area around it to stick the window. Okay, as you can see, the router follows the template and leaves beautiful machined radius edges which are all uniform and perfect. Okay. Got a little more work to do before I can stick the window. As you can see, there's lots of stuff in the way. So here it is, the beautiful routed open window with the blackened edge, because the edge is gray after you route it. And the panel is protected with blue tape, so it's still beautiful. And I'm about ready to put the tape on it and stick the window on it. We have the hole made. We've got the high bond tape in place, held back from the edge so you won't see it. Okay. And because of the slight curve of the panel and whatnot, that's why we're using the high bond, the thicker stuff. And the thin stuff, it's just not going to conform enough. There's a lot of irregularities. All these little casting things, all these little, every little bump like that sticks up a little bit. Too much for thin tape. So using the thick tape, polycarbonate, okay, fits right in to the deal like that. Okay, and then that goes on, and then we'll put it together and box it up. It'll be out of here. Here we are with the completed Alienware side panel window mod. The nice tasty piece of polycarbonate. And there you have it. The window. And reassembled, and no damage, and in the box it's gonna go.